Mayor Steve Benjamin flew to Washington, D.C. on Tuesday to discuss with the U.S. Department of Justice the possibility of issuing injunctions. Those injunctions would essentially prohibit gang activity from 4 areas in the Midlands known as high crime hotspots. One of those high crime hotspots is right here in 5 Points.
Gang injunctions have been used very effectively out west, and you're seeing more and more cities and communities across the country using them to seriously discourage gang activity.
An injunction is basically a court order saying a certain group of people cannot do a certain type of activity.
An injunction is a civil action in which a party applies. In this context, it would be the City of Columbia, presumably. They would apply to a court, ask for an order enjoining people from doing something like gang activity.
But Benjamin's mayoral opponent, Mo Badura, thinks the injunctions do not address the true problem. In a written statement, Badura states that our absolute highest priority should be the hiring of a police chief, preferably a chief with experience fighting gangs. We can and should make it our next order of business. Some USC students shaken by the recent shooting in 5 Points think an injunction prohibiting gang activity would be too difficult to enforce.
I think trying to target simply gang members and looking simply, are you in a gang, are you not in a gang, is going to be difficult, because how are you going to say this person's in a gang, that person's in a gang, or this person's in a gang, this person's not in a gang? And so I think that would be a hard decision.
But Benjamin says the ultimate goal of an injunction would be to protect the Midlands and preserve our youth's future.
It's about us all working together to keep our community safe, being unapologetic about cracking down on violent and repeat offenders, and then also doing the things that a smart, thoughtful community does and creating opportunities for young people to do great things that we know they can do.
In Columbia, Stephanie Halling, WACH Fox News.